Governor Obaseki considers grazing reserves in Ovia Northeast. Comrade Oshomole says APC membership revalidation contrary to party's constitution. On an Extra Voices, our correspondent takes a look at growing violence against health providers in Edo State. On entertainment, former U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama to host Chef Show on Netflix.
And in sports, Ethiopia's Gudav Segi breaks 1,500 meters indoor world record.
Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Ogbeide. In an effort to reduce incidents of farmers-herders clashes, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is considering creating a grazing reserve in Ovia Southwest to stop movement of cattle into farmlands, which have been major cause of the crisis. The governor gave the hint while speaking during a fact-finding mission to some communities in Ovia Southwest local government area of the state to get first-hand information on the current security challenges arising from farmers-herders clashes. The governor was in the company of heads of various security agencies. Chinedu Ekeja has more.
Ovia Southwest local government area of Edo State has been on the spotlight due to killings and attacks on farmers and their farmlands by suspected armed herders. In order not to let the situation get out of hand, the state governor Godwin Obaseki on Tuesday led heads of security agencies on a visit to the council on a fact-finding mission.
Today we are here to just do an assessment, undertake an assessment ourselves, and to come and assure the people of Ovia Southwest and Udo and its environs that there is adequate security. Adequate security being provided by the government of Edo State to protect the lives and property of Edo people.
At the palace of Iyasenudo, Chief Patrick Ibenidi, elders including Joseph Amowe, bear their minds on what the challenges are.
It's a problem in Ovia Southwest. If we don't say it's a problem, we are telling lies. Most of our farmers find it difficult to go to their farms based on risk or threat to their life. Many of them have been living with us before. We never had what we are having now.
The challenges have been on for a very long time, but we, the Edo community, we always curb the situation at any time. Really, the real farmer, the old farmers and environment, they always complain about this enhancement. It's a very big problem.
Similarly, the leader of Hausa Fulani community in Igubazwa, Mohammed Buhari, said they are worried by the recent development and have taken measures to ensure there is peace.
More than 20-something years I was there, we with our people here. So please, the government and the traditional rulers and some other people, the supporters, we need peace for our local government. We are join ourselves. Then I told my people, everybody now, you must register yourself of this of your south. Without that, we will not allow anybody come.
Governor Obaseki assured that the state government will intervene to bring an end to the crisis, and one of such intervention is working with the traditional rulers to make a piece of land available for grazing by identifiable herders.
People's cows just going into other people's farm. I also hope that we can now create area where those cattle can go. They cannot live there. Because, Alaji, the days when they take cattle waka for many miles, it don't pass. And shall say, our father create land and an area, and they will grow grass. I'll give them money, make them grow the grass when cattle they eat. Make the cattle they that side. Make them know they go other people farm.
He appealed to residents of the communities, including the Hausa Fulanis, to volunteer information to enable government fish out the criminal herders amongst them, assuring that the state security apparatus is capable of protecting every resident. The Commissioner of Police, CP Philip Ogbadu, also appealed for calm, assuring that the police are working to get to the root cause of the problem. The governor later asked the security committee, headed by the council chairman, Honorable Destiny Enabulele, to meet regularly and share every reported case with the state government for prompt action. Chinedu Ekeja, KUFM News.
Meanwhile, the state government is planning to embark on a joint security operation to flush out criminal elements in some forests in Oriawa and Ovia North-East local government areas where suspected armed herders have continued to attack farmers. The state governor, Godwin Obaseki, was speaking after listening to farmers' complaints of attacks and killings which have affected their farming activities in Ugonyeke, Oriawa local government and Odigi community in Ovia North-East local government areas. The governor's visit to these communities is part of his fact-finding mission. We'll bring details of this report in our subsequent bulletins. And the immediate past national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, has faulted the ongoing membership revalidation exercise called by the interim caretaker committee. Oshiomhole said it is contrary to the party's constitution. The former two-time governor of Edo State spoke on Tuesday while fielding questions from journalists shortly after revalidating his membership of the party at Unit 1, Ward 10, Iyamo Esako West Local Government of Edo State. He, however, noted that between 2015 and now, people have exited from the party and others have joined while some have died, adding that it makes sense to review the register so that those who have decamped to APC will be registered while those who have left will be deleted. Meanwhile, APC candidate in the 2020 governorship elections, Pastor Sage Izayamo, has revalidated his membership of the party at his voting units in Igwododo, Oriawa local government area of the state. Speaking after the exercise on Tuesday, Izayamo said it is a civic duty expected of all genuine and committed party members who want to see the APC grow stronger and more united. He said the APC in Nigeria is on the right path with the rally round and join the ruling party in the country. And a man identified as Mohammed Sule was on Monday night knocked down by a hit-and-run driver at Ukwaga Junction, opposite Enyan Primary School in Umode local government area of Edo State. The accident, which eyewitness said happened around 8 p.m., occurred when a sport utility vehicle hit the deceased on his leg while another crushed the man's skull. However, youths from the area and relatives of the deceased on Tuesday used tires and tables as barriers to prevent vehicles from further crushing the body.
On a motor like that come get accident. So as we run come to go observe, now we see dead body for an Venza we first see. But the Venza no wait. So another Camry green for color come dodge the motor. As he dodge now we call Rokoro say I wait till the apple because see dead body for ground. So meeting the Lexus, the driver, he say no be, he say na shock, 90 dodger. Why would they do that one? Another Lexus again just come jam the guy for ground, almost jam another person. Come reach here, scatter his leg, scatter his score. Now be the hanger where youth can't get. Say how they go to jam the body where they ground. As it's that yesterday now with the shot make police come carry the body come on ground, they never come. Now we take block the road since.
The eyewitness, however, said the accident is one too many and called for the erection of a speed bump at Ukwaga Junction as pedestrians usually cross the ever-busy road, especially children who attend Enyai Primary School.
See, the major truth is that this junction, they need speed brake. When they put speed brake, big one, not be say small one. When they put a close, maybe they close to each other because people don't to die for this place. Just imagine, my uncle they ground from my uncle. No, it's not fair.
Meanwhile, in press time, the body of late Mohammed Sule has been taken away for burial. And medical workers in both public and private institutions are lamenting the growing cases of assaults and harassments by patients or their relatives. The situation at times leads to hospitalization of the health workers having been beaten up by angry relatives of patients. Our correspondent takes a look at the growing menace, causes, and way out.
In the ever-revolving world of news, one story becomes extinct the moment another major story breaks.
Market women don't know whether they pay anything.
But with KUFM's extra voices, the story never dies. It just takes on a new life.
There's no water in the house. The toilet is not good.
We don't have any fashion in APC.
We bring you new angles and fresh perspectives to every story, no matter how old or remote.
There are a lot of educated people that are involved in politics nowadays.
We go a little beyond the surface to get you those extra details ignored in the rush for the news.
Now bridge, now we take the entire now.
Some don't die for inside.
We go beyond the lines to bring extra voices, not just for those making the stories.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
But for those affected by the stories.
I've lost one bag of rice, documents.
So it's a real disaster.
With extra voices, we add new flavor to give fresh perspective and taste to an old story. Extra Voices airs every Wednesday and weekends on KUFM's major news bulletins.
Violence against healthcare personnel is increasing by the day as part of efforts by management to protect staff and patients of any form of assault. It is boldly inscribed in strategic areas of University of Benin Teaching Hospital, UBTH, that zero tolerance policy towards abusive and threatening behavior and violence is in place in this hospital. But that appears not to deter the ill-tempered patients or their relatives who take advantage of poor security, in lab scientists to receptionists or workers within the four walls of hospitals have all had fair share of their experiences. Some of the health workers, including the chairman of Nigerian Medical Association, Edo State Branch, Dr. Harrison Omohua, and Chairman, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, UBTH Branch, Augustine Osigbeme, are lamenting.
At the level of Nigerian Medical Association, we have actually received several reports of our members in different hospitals being assaulted.
Most especially in accident and emergency, we record assault most.
The lamentation is endless.
My name is Dr. Ofani Ifai. I'm the president of the Association of Resident Doctors, UBTH. It's an unacceptable and sad event that occurs in our country. Well, it's not limited to just Nigeria, but in Nigeria, because we have little laws to support or to defend the health workers, it's becoming an increasing menace.
The chief medical director of UBTH, Dalitin Obaseki, is not spared.
I was verbally assaulted and they were threatening to beat me up.
A Benin-based lab scientist who does not want his name mentioned said the attack is not limited to medical workers in the hospital.
Yeah, it happens every day.
The case was heightened recently when a nurse with UBTH was beaten to stupor by relatives of patients. The Augustine Osigbeme-led nurses immediately tattooed.
From 2 o'clock till 7 a.m., they were there causing mayhem. It's unfair. It's unfair. We need to stop it before they kill one of us. Because what they always say is that we will kill somebody.
Case drew the attention of the Edo State government.
For us as a government, we do not tolerate any harassment of any of our health workers or any Edo citizen. You cannot take laws into your hand, and we completely detest it. And the CP is also here, and we have asked that all those people that were involved in this action should be arrested and prosecuted.
Dr. Frank Ignovia, the UBTH branch chairman of Joint Health Sector Union, Joesu, said many cases of assault have reached them and they are being investigated.
That it is not in all instances you think doctors committed one mistake or the other that led to the death of the patient.
A Benin-based constitutional lawyer, Olaiwola Afolabi, who condemned any form of attack on health workers, advised them to take caution while dealing with patients or their relatives.
Sometimes some medical workers, they don't know how to handle cases of human beings. That's part of the ethics. When a patient is brought and maybe eventually he died, the fault may not be that of the medical health workers, but the way and manner you relate the incident to the family matters.
The case of negligence on the part of medical workers What should relatives do?
NMA, you have the MDCN rep, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria representative in NMA, who handles all forms of malpractices, negligence by health workers, well, for us as medical doctors.
On the way out, stakeholders suggested more enlightenment campaigns for the members of the public.
Public should be at the forefront of campaigning for employment of nurses so that they can have enough people to take care of them. UBTH is grossly understaffed, nursing-wise.
No doubt, frontline workers, especially medical personnel, should be celebrated as heroes for their day-to-day activities, while violence against them should be widely condemned. For KUFM's Extra Voices, Nosa Hai Wadiai.
And coming up in a moment in entertainment news, former U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama to host Chef's Show on Netflix. These and more when we come back. Yes, now to news break on KU 92.7 FM, Benin City. In an entertainment story, former United States First Lady Michelle Obama is to star alongside puppets in a Netflix show that aims to teach children the joys of home cooking over eating ready meals. She will play a supermarket owner opposite Waffles and Mochi, who are from the land of frozen food. The former U.S. First Lady described the series, which is titled Waffles plus Mochi and drops next month, as a hilarious, heartwarming, and simply magical show. She and her husband Barack are among the executive producers. The couple signed a deal to produce series and films for Netflix in 2018. The resulting works have included Becoming, the 2020 documentary based on a best-selling autobiography. And that's it from entertainment. And in sport, Ethiopia's Gudav Seger breaks 1,500 meters indoor world record. This and more on Entertainment News.
Good morning. Ethiopian middle distance runner Gudav Seger broke the women's world record for the indoor 1,500 meters after posting the time of 3 minutes 53.09 seconds during a meeting at the World Indoor Athletics Tour in Louvain, France on Tuesday. Laura Moore set the British indoor 1,500 meters record as Gemma